Good afternoon. This is Monday, March 3rd, 2025. It's a very powerful energy that we're in the midst of right now. There's so much in all aspects going on around the world right now. And something really exciting. We had some UAP, extraterrestrial activity, happen right in our yard. And it was so surreal. So I invite you to go and check that out. It's a two-part series. These are the kind of things that are happening right now in this energy as this vibration on the planet continues to increase. The energy that we've jumped into in this month of March is an extremely powerful birthing energy. It's monumental, like childbirth. Without it, the human race can't continue. But it's inherently risky. And it also comes with a lot of pain. And there's so much adjustment leading up to it. Right now, I'm thinking of the whole cycle that culminates in childbirth. Or we could think of it as anything that we would plant, a seed that we would plant, and then cultivate it, providing it with all the right conditions for it to, first of all, pierce through the ground, emerge from the ground, and providing it with a safe environment so that it can grow without harm coming to it, and giving it access to all of the elements, the sunlight, the moonlight, water, air, the warmth of the ground. And it's also influenced by any vibrations that go on around it. The picture that I'm seeing right now is that at the end of that 9 months, the average of 9 months, when it's time for that baby to be born, you can't keep forcing the baby to stay in there. The more you try to force it, the more you put the baby and the mother at risk. There have been seeds planted. No matter who you are, no matter what country you are, organizations, businesses, we can apply it a bunch of different ways. Let's say that over the past 9 years, we've planted different seeds. We've planted seeds. Whether we deliberately made plans that we intended to cultivate those plans into something that was going to eventually emerge, and it was going to reach a stage where it would produce flowers. Whatever the intention for this seed, being an idea of some sort, eventually the intention was that it was going to start becoming evident what it was planted for. So over the last 9 years, just go back 2025 and go back 9 years. So that would take us to 2016. Let's go back to 2016 and think about right around this time in March. And since 9 months is on average when it comes to the human gestation period, let's go from January all the way to about May of 2016 and think about various things that were planted, seeds that were planted, ideas, initiatives that were laid forth, the groundwork for things laid out between January and May of 2016. And think about that. And so in numerology, the single digit numbers go from 1 to 9. We're going to be experiencing more and more of this. And these are the kinds of occurrences that can only really happen in a higher vibration, because these types of beings, extraterrestrial beings, they literally experience lower vibrations as discomfort and pain. They are here at this time on our planet to help us heal this discord, and also to help protect us from the threat of literally destroying ourselves right now that we are facing. They're not here to harm us, but over the past several years, there were subtle things that needed to be done first to gradually increase the energetic vibration of the planet, to get us ready for their help. There's still some work to be done, but over the past year especially, we've had such an influx of light come down from the sun onto our planet that it has really thrown us into an acceleration. It's caused an acceleration, an intensification of these energies, and it's caused a lot of the starseeds to wake up on this planet. That's the main thing that I'm feeling about today's energy. It's the energy of a seed. The 3 energy is the energy of, it's a strong energy of creation. In numerology, 3 is the number of creativity. It is the product of when 1 and 2, which would be yang or yang, and yin, 2, come together. 1 plus 2 is 3. And they produce a child or a product. So today is March 3rd, 2025, 339. The first 2 numbers are 3 and 3. We know that 33 is a master number. It's the master teacher number, and why it's master teacher is because it's 11 plus 22. 11 is the master conceptualizer number. 22 is the master builder number. So if you take that 11 energy, the ability to conceptualize anything, and add it to that 22 energy, the ability to build anything that 11 could conceptualize, they come together into a 33 energy. If you can conceive anything and then build anything that you can conceive, then you automatically have the ability to teach. So 33 is a master teacher number, and 33 also is a number that you see that it means demonstrating, or something has manifested. There's an idea of teaching a person or teaching people how to manifest, or how to bring their ideas into reality, how to bring ideas out of the ether and into physical reality, where they can benefit humanity in the 3D. So 33 is a very strong manifestation energy, but it actually deals with the part of the manifestation energy where whatever it is that you're manifesting drops into your reality. So today, March 3rd, 2025, we are in the 3-3 portal, and this 3-3 portal, there's a very strong energy coming into the planet right now, where anything that you have been cultivating over time, now it's time to unveil it, and you won't be able to keep it in anymore. You won't be able to conceal it. There's no more, I'm thinking of like when it's time for the baby to be born, after that average of 9 months period, there's no more holding the baby inside. It's time for the baby to be born. And if we don't allow this to happen, the best thing to do is to provide an environment that makes it easy or helps the baby to be born into an environment that is conducive to its survival and its growth. So what that means is we know that eventually this baby was going to be born, or this project was going to be complete, or whatever it is that we've been working on, that we had conceived. We knew that eventually it was going to become manifest, or be demonstrated, or be born, or however it comes into the world. So if we were really being diligent and respect for the people who are going to be benefited by that we made room for it, that we actually made room for it so that it would have a fighting chance, have a solid foundation, be able to have a solid foundation to grow, shelter to grow, the nutrients to grow. So March 3rd, 2025, 3 + 3 + 9 gives us 15. So this 15 energy, it has 1 in the tens place, which stands for mastery. This is a person who has mastered the art of manifestation. It's an energy of you've done all this before. Maybe not on this scale, but you've done all this before. So now you're in the 5 stage of this 1 to 10 sequence here. And the 5 stage means that now we're tackling the real problem of the situation. We've gotten to the root of the situation, like any background research that we needed to do, learning about the environment, getting a background on things first, whether it's learning about the people that were going to benefit from whatever it is that you're going to bring, so that you'd be able to create something that was the most beneficial. You've already done all those steps. You've done all those steps, and now we're really getting into the main reason why it exists. So the 15 energy says that now we are coming into the energy where we are literally solving the problem. We're about to solve the problem, and it could feel a bit chaotic. It might not be so neat. It could be a bit messy. But now you're at the stage where the problem is about to be solved. Keep being diligent. Don't stop now because you're in the middle of it. You've come too far to stop or turn around or doubt yourself. You're on track. You're right on track. Everything's right on time. Pretty soon you're going to turn around and look around and the problem's not going to be there anymore. And there's this feeling of peace, relief, where you can finally take a breath and you can be proud of how far you've come in this manifestation process. From 1 to 10, you're going through 5 again. So when I see 15, it means that you've gone from 1 to 10 before. Now you're on your way to 10 more. So you're reaching a point right now where you can, pretty soon, your struggles are about to be over. The problem's about to be solved. And you can be proud and feel good about the fact that you took the initiative. You knew how hard it was going to be. You did it before. You've done it before. And you chose to tackle this problem because you knew that you could. And then the rest, you can reflect on how far you've come, and then you can keep moving forward. So that's where we are right now. This is an energy of whatever it is that you've been working on. You're being pushed into an energy of you're going to have to get it out there. There's no resisting. Even if you resist, the more you resist, the more, I don't want to use the word violent, but it's going to be a more forceful unveiling. The more you resist, the more that when you're kind of forced out there with this that you've been working on, it's better to just surrender to this process instead of being forced out into this process. Either way, everything's about to work out for you. It's going to be a very rapid process. It might feel a bit chaotic, but I'm seeing the month of March, from March to June, the next 3 months especially, it's going to feel like a whirlwind, but it's going to be very satisfying by the time these next few months go by. There's an energy of keep focusing, putting one foot in front of the other, keep moving forward. It's going to be like a light is shining in front of your feet. Follow the plan is what I'm hearing. Follow the plan. Keep moving forward. Follow the plan. I'm seeing a lot of smoke going on around in the environment, meaning there's going to be a lot of chaos, noise, discord, possibly. The environment could feel a bit intimidating or scary. If you focus on what's going on around you, it could be very easy for you to second guess yourself and maybe ask yourself, was this really a good idea for me to do this? Am I in the right place? You are. It's like God's going to bring an angel that's going to grab you by the hand gently, and you just want to follow the lead. They're going to guide you. It's almost like a person. It's almost like a person who is visually handicapped, but it's not going to be that you're visually handicapped. It's going to be because there's so much smoke from all the chaos and turmoil and whatever it is that's going on in your environment that it's really, the visibility is low. But you're going to have to really be in your authenticity, which connects you to the God frequency that leaves you. It puts you in a frequency where you can feel God's presence. He's going to send help for you. Literally take you by the hand and lead you so that your manifestation, this creation energy that I'm seeing for March 3rd, this was a gift. This idea was a gift that God planted in you when you were born. You were born with this. And now it's blooming, it's beginning to put forth fruit. You've already bloomed. When you think of a fruiting tree, or even like a tomato plant or a squash, there's always a flower first, and then there's the fruit that comes after. So we're past the flowering stage. You've already bloomed. Depending on how much you've cultivated this seed that God planted inside you. It wasn't something that everybody on the outside world could see, but you could feel. You could feel it. It just felt like you were different. You didn't know exactly what it was, but as you chose to follow this path of being who you are, authenticity, it led you to this place now where it finally started to bloom. You started to bloom. You started to come into your own. And now the energy of this month, especially during this 3/3 portal, March 3rd, I'm seeing an unveiling is what I'm hearing now. It's an unveiling. There's fruiting. You're beginning to bear fruit. So what I'm seeing right now in relation to this 33 energy, I'm seeing a spiral with this gradual intensification, acceleration that has happened with this. What I'm seeing right now, it's a spiral in relation to this 33 energy. We're seeing something being unveiled. There is a demonstration that is happening now. We're about to see why the sun has been revving up. Why the sun has been intensifying. Why it's revving up. I'm seeing a spiral, and every time we come back around to a certain type of experience, we see it both deeper and also like a larger perspective at the same time. There's a certain duality that comes with learning. There's a certain power that comes from when we take advantage of this opportunity to reconciling these bigger insights on a more macro level, reconciling them against the deeper meanings, so that we don't repeat the same mistakes. You don't receive information that you're not a vibrational match for, so you won't receive bigger, higher information until you raise your vibration in order to have access to this higher knowledge, deeper knowledge. You don't want to make future decisions based on past knowledge, because if you do, you'll end up repeating the same experiences. You could end up in a worse situation than you were before. So it's so important to allow yourself to reconcile the higher insights that you gain with time and experience to the deeper insights that you gain with time and experience. There's something about the fact that 33, the double number, 11, 22, and 33, all these master numbers are multiples of 11, and that's where the power is. We see the 11. The fact that 11 is the number 1 doubled, it speaks to the necessity of, in order to feel this, experience this 11 energy of master conceptualization, it requires a reconciliation of the outside to the inside, the deeper knowledge to the bigger, grander knowledge, the big picture the long term versus the short term, the macro versus the micro. And today being March 3rd, 2025, and we're in the 3-3 portal, we're about to have a grand, huge manifestation that is going to be happening. There's nothing that can stop it, because this energy from the sun, it's been gradual so that our wineskins wouldn't burst. Our physical body would be able to hold it all. If God had the sun just release all of this information, release all of this light onto the planet at once, first of all, we would have incinerated. But even if we would not have incinerated, we would not have been able to hold it all. Our bodies would not have been able to hold it all. So it had to be a gradual process so that we could reconcile this knowledge and gradually strengthen our vessels in order to receive more, in order to, this allowed us to receive more of this new, stronger wine. And so gradually we have seen the vibration, the energetic vibration of the planet rising. It has risen. And with this rising energetic vibration, it has brought this division, the duality, to the surface. It's made us aware of all the ways that we are different, but it's presented us with an opportunity, this duality here, to realize the ways that we are the same. And this reconciliation helps us to know that now we're using this duality, we're using these differences. These differences are something to appreciate about each other instead of something to fight over, to argue over. And these differences, these lines, boundaries, it gave us something visual, 3D, so that we as physical humans would be able to have context. We need context. Nothing means anything without context. So this duality, these imaginary divisions that we created to help us understand the world better, so that we would understand our relationships with ourselves, with our families, with our friends, with businesses, with the animal kingdom, with technology, with extraterrestrials, the universe, everything. It's just a big fractal. As the sun poured this stronger and stronger light into the planet, as we have received this light, this information, and we've experienced changes in our minds, changes in our bodies, changes in our energy. We've experienced it. We've also experienced changes in our environment. The sun is sending this energy to the planet, and this energy is also, it's filling the earth. It's accumulating in the earth. It's building up in the earth as well. As the earth starts to get warmer in the spring and the summer, the oceans don't immediately heat up. They don't immediately go from cold to warm. It takes a while. It takes a while for that water to get warm, but once it's warm, it's warm. As the sun has continued to beat down on our planet, as it's affecting things energetically between humanity, the animal kingdom, it's also accumulating within the earth. And now We've reached a point where the energy inside the planet itself, we're starting to see manifestations, the plates moving, this energy that has accumulated from within the earth. We're starting to see movement happening in the oceans, volcanoes, plates moving, earthquakes. We're starting to see those things manifest now. And all that is those are signs that there's about to be a big move happen in our planet. It's as above, so below. So as we see these physical manifestations happen in the ocean and on the earth, we're also going to see manifestations in our solar system as well. There's things that we are going to see in our solar system. The earth is not the only planet in the solar system. We have all the other planets too. So we can see by interactions that are going on between the sun and also the other planets, or interactions between Earth and other planets, and also the satellites, the moon going around the Earth and the satellites going around the other planets. There are things that are happening now that help us to see that we are about to witness a grand manifestation on our planet. And this 3-3 portal here, March 3rd, 2025, in this ending of an old era and ushering in a new conscious era, is where we're at right now. The message is, do not be afraid. All of last month, you were shown why you needed to be in your authenticity, why and what to be grateful for, why you should be grateful, and what you can be grateful for. Because to prepare us for this month where you're going to be unveiling, the starseeds have already bloomed. We had a massive starseed awakening and starseeds have bloomed, and now we're about to see fruit, bearing fruit. The scripture in the Bible where Jesus said, you will know them by their fruits, by what you produce. We were all brought to this planet containing a seed. And the sun has been unleashing this energy onto the planet. And when these seeds were in the ground at first, they were protected and the sun was warming them. But now that these seeds have emerged, we've had an opportunity to really cultivate. The month of February really helped us to understand the importance of cultivating who you are, appreciating who you are, because we were going to need that, because in this month there's a huge unveiling that is occurring. And this influx of energy is going to manifest. There's going to be movement in the earth and movement in the heavens and movements from within and without. As you continue to move forward with this manifestation, you're going to notice this continual purification energy. You're going to notice that you might need less sugar or want less sugar, you might want less coffee in the morning, you might be motivated to have less sugar. There's an energy here of purification. Anything that's in your system, your energy, that's not conducive to your frequency continuing to rise, you're going to notice that there's going to be a purging out of your system. And you'll also notice that you might crave less coffee or less sugar or less any of those things that work against that. And you may be motivated to spend more time doing things, working with your hands, exercising. You're going to notice changes. It could be different for everybody, but you're going to notice changes. It could be even changes in like what you enjoy listening to, or you may possibly become even more creative. You might get more curious about other art forms. I'm feeling that there's going to be a broadening and a deepening of your interests. And as your energetic vibration rises, your ability to understand and assimilate this knowledge into something, into creations that you've never seen before, no one's ever seen before. I'm seeing that. Don't be afraid of all the things that are going on around us right now. The message is keep moving forward, and the authenticity that you've been in this last month of February. You understand what it feels like. You know what this frequency feels like. Stay in that frequency, because that is where God is going to send you guides, angels, to hold you by the hand when things get smoky, cloudy, to lead you through this situation where the visibility is really low and it's hard to even see like your feet in front of you. Don't worry. This is your destiny. This is your destiny. And the very last thing, 3 months. Three months. I'm seeing from January to March. The beginning of January, the end of March. I'm seeing, if we were to look at that with this whole double quality in mind, especially with this being the 3-3 portal, I'm being shown that it's a multiple of 11 here. And we talked about how there's that double. Looking at things from within and without. Part 1 is January 1st to March 31st. And part 2 being April 1st to the end of June. There's so much to look forward to, and all of it is exciting.